have a bow. And so now there is, all right, there we go. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lamar and I make videos every single week about faith, lifestyle, purpose, and worship. If this is your first time here, I am so glad that you stopped by. So you're probably wondering about my hair situation today, and that is exactly what this video is all about. This is another fun video that I wanted to do because I realized that sometimes, guys, you just have a bad hair day. Either you haven't washed your hair or you're rushing out of the house and you don't know how to style your hair. So I decided to make a video about one of my favorite things to do when I do not know what to do with my hair. I wear head wraps. Head wraps are my go-to style when I have no idea what to do with my hair or when I'm having a terrible hair day. Alright guys, I'm going to show you 5 different head wraps that you can wear out of the house and look fabulous no matter where you're going. And you can dress these up, you can wear these to weddings, you can wear this to the office if your office is not too strict about what you can and can't wear. You can wear this on a fun Saturday. You can do this with street style. They're just different kinds of head wraps that you can choose when to wear if you're having a terrible hair day. One thing I forgot is I actually don't only wear head wraps when I'm having a bad hair day. I just love head wrap style. So anything that is styled around a head wrap makes me so happy. One of the things that I will say is that my favorite head wraps are Ankara head wraps. I just love how colorful and diverse in pattern Ankara is. Okay, first things first, when you're wearing a head wrap, I just do this because I think it's a lot better for your hair. Depending on what kind of material you wear, your hair works better with silky fabric that just is better for your edges. And so one of the things that I always try to do when I'm wearing a head wrap is make sure I have a headscarf under. And the truth is I couldn't find the silk headscarf that I usually wear, and so I just wore a smaller piece of Ankara fabric below. But that kind of will also give it volume. So with the different kinds of styles that you do, if you have short hair like myself, you want to kind of have a little bit of volume even before you put on the head wrap. And so what I usually do is I sleek my hair back, either hold it at a ponytail in the back, and my hair can barely make a ponytail, or I'll just do it into twists or 3 strands and then put the silk headscarf on top. Okay, so for our first head wrap, what you want to do is take the edges of your Ankara material and take it edge to edge so that it makes a triangle, kind of like that. And then what you're going to do is you are going to take it and put it around the very front. All right, so one thing I forgot to say is I have a mirror right in front of me so I can kind of see what I'm doing and how it's turning out. And so basically I make a knot. Let's see. I make a knot at the back of my head like that. And make sure you pull the remaining material that's at the back that's not making the knot. Pull the edges as tight as you can. Take it over your ears and then bring it back to a few, let's say 2 or 3 inches from the tip of your hairline to the back, and kind of make a knot at the front like that. And so what you're going to do is, depending on what material you have, if you notice that this side of the material, the other side, isn't as colorful, and so what you want to do is kind of try avoid that part from showing, and so tuck it in on the sides. Again, avoid that part from showing. If I can find the top bit. Oh yeah, there we go. And so you tuck it in at the side like that. And so the thing with head wraps is you want to try and make it neat, but it looks a lot better, I think, for some of them if it's not as neat as you would think. And so I just take the part that's remaining at the back and I tuck it in to the side as well. And I just kind of tuck it in to make it as neat as I want it to be. Okay, so this would work. This is fine. But I like to have a bit of hair for this particular head wrap. I like to have a bit of hair showing at the front. And so basically what I do is I sleek it back and make sure that my ears are not covered. I sleek it back and just like that. Ta-da! Yeah, so that's basically the very first hairstyle. Alright guys, for the second headstyle, headscarf wrap. Yes, I'm going to use two different headscarves. And so the first one is going to be the one that's just kind of going to give the hairstyle some volume. And so this is just a normal headscarf. I actually bought this one at Target. And so yeah, as you can see, it's wrinkled. I've used it quite a bit, but this is what is going to give this headscarf some volume. Okay, so what we're going to start by doing is fold this not necessarily in half, but kind of leaving some space. Yeah, fold it in half, but not completely in half. All right, so basically a quarter of the way. And make sure that that part is covered and under the part that you folded. And then take this over your head and make a knot at the very tip of your head, of your hairline. And so this time, do not cover your ears. So leave your ears open. So you've made a knot at the very top of your head. I keep saying headline. What I mean is hairline. Okay. And then you're gonna take it over each other and kind of make a twist. The two sides that are open, take them over each other. Oh, it's so hard to speak correct English while you're trying to explain things. I'm like, I hope I'm being understood. But yeah, we're gonna get this done. Boom. So you see how I took it around? I made a knot. Let me do that again. I made a knot. I made a twist out, not a knot. And then kind of hold your hairline down and twist it around. There you go. Twist it around, tuck it in. You should have a little bit left and then tuck it in again. And so basically, because this part is not going to be seen, just kind of tuck it in, make sure that it's not hanging out. Like so. Okay. Either way, there we go. And then you're gonna slide this slightly back, okay, because you want it to kind of sit at the top of your head. And then, like with the hairstyle, with the head wrap before, take the edges, edge to edge, making a triangle. Take the edge, the side that's folded over to the back. And this time what you're going to do is you're going to take the two edges that are on your side and you're going to take it over the tip of the triangle that's in front of your face. All right, so you should have the tip of your triangle that's in front of your face kind of sticking out. And so what you're going to do is you're going to hold the knots that you made and pull. You're going to pull the tip of your triangle forward. Okay. Make the knot as tight as you can. And then the two sides that are kind of hanging out, ignore this part for now. Just ignore that tip of the triangle that's kind of hanging forward. You're going to take these sides and wrap it around the kind of crown that is formed at the top of your head. Remember, there was a scarf at the bottom, kind of giving it volume, and so you're gonna wrap that around. So one side goes one way, the other side goes the other way. All right, and so just kind of tuck it in. And so now you have this part sticking out. What do we do with that part? So you basically wrap it as tight as you can and stick it into one of the sides. And there you have it. So you can add some volume to the top by pulling out the very top, just so that it kind of, you know, sticks out. I like to have some of the hair in the front showing, and so basically what I would do is I would take some pins and stick them to the sides, just so that it doesn't slide off, because there's quite a bit of volume at the front and it could possibly just, you know, slide back, and you don't want that. So what I usually do is I take bobby pins and put them to the side. And so that is our second head wrap. Alright guys, so our third head wrap is similar to our second head wrap, but this one is without as much volume. And so again, I'm going to take a head scarf, an Ankara head piece of material, not necessarily head scarf, that is 2 meters by 2 meters. I'm going to fold it edge to edge so that I have a triangle. And I'm going to take the folded part and start at the back of my head. Again, now this is a really simple one. And so pull the tip of the triangle forward in front of you. This is a really simple one, guys. If you are in a hurry and you're leaving the house and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do with my hair, this is one that you can do very easily. And so I pull as much of the tip of the triangle forward, and then I take what I now have is 3 different kind of strands hanging out. And so I'm going to do a 3-strand twist, back and forth, as loosely as you can, back and forth. And so it's not always bad to have the back side showing, the part that doesn't have as much color. Sometimes that's okay. And so I'm basically going to hold the tip of my hairline and then fold it around and basically form a flower kind of situation at the top of my hairline. Like I said, I like having a bit of hair showing in the front, and so yeah, basically that's it. Now you can do this the other way, okay? So you can have the flower or not. People have told me it looks like a flower, so I call it a flower. You can have the tip of, you know, your knot at the tip of your hairline, or you can actually have it at the back. And so basically what that would look like would be taking this, and instead of starting at the back, you'd start at the front. And kind of do the very same thing but at the back. And so you'd have to find the 2 edges that you're going to make the knot with and have the back of the triangle hanging out. And so you pull that out at the back as tight as possible. For this one, I don't necessarily like to have my ears covered. I like to have my ears out if I do it at the back. Again, make that 3-strand twist as loosely as you can, and then fold it. It might be a bit hard to get it all the way around, but the idea is just to tuck it in so that it kind of makes a knot at the back. And then again, pull it forward And so you have your little knot at the back. Yeah, basically that is our third head wrap style. Okay, this is the fourth head wrap style, and I'm going to use this absolutely fun blue, yellow, and orange and white Ankara piece of fabric. And so like we've done from the very start, we're going to take edge to edge so that we make a triangle, and take the part that you folded and start at the back. That's like a rule of thumb. It's like a rule of thumb. Take the triangular part, tip of the triangle. Now this one, you want to make it as tight as possible, and if you have these, strings hanging out, just pull them out. And so what you want to do with this one is tuck it in as much as possible on the sides so that you kind of have a flat head, because it's going to be very dramatic at the top. So what you want to do is pull that part forward as much as you can and then tighten it. And so what you're going to do is you're going to make the triangular part that is left out part of the two sides. So you want to take it apart and kind of split it so that you have only two sides. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take the tip of the triangle that was left out and place it within the side that is on one side, like that. Cover it up so that you're basically at the end of this particular part of the process. You're going to have two sides hanging on either side of your head at the front. Okay, so one other thing that I wanted to say for my Caucasian friends, I think head wraps look beautiful on your skin as well. And so if you want to try this, girl, go ahead. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't or can't wear, or what looks good or does not look good. So we're gonna take this, kind of hold both sides, keep these sides in as much as possible. This is a bit of a hard one, but we'll get through it. Okay, so take those two sides, fold one side, fold the other side. I'm looking at my mirror to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And fold it into, basically what you're trying to do with this one is make a bow. So make a bow with the two sides. You might have to pull and squeeze and pull again and tuck, but eventually we have a bow. And so now there is, all right, there we go. Pull it as much as possible, just like you would to perfect a bow. So you have these sides kind of hanging out, and the rule of thumb for head wraps is just tuck them in, wherever you can, like that. And so there we go. That's head wrap number, I love it so much. I should wear this soon. It's dramatic, it really is. But I mean, if you wear this with like a plain white dress and some sneakers, girl, you will be rocking this look. Alright guys, so we are at our last head wrap style. Oh my goodness, this is such a fun piece of material. Even if you're not feeling bright and just awake on the day that you wear this kind of material, I bet by the time you leave the house, you'll be like, oh my goodness, hello. Okay, So basically what you're going to do is same thing, tip to tip, make a triangle like before, start at the back, take it over the tip of the triangle, pull it as tight as you can. Sometimes if you feel like you can't pull it tight enough, it's because the tip of the triangle part is in the way. So yeah, so basically it was in the way, and once I got that out of the way, I could pull the two sides. So for this one, what you're gonna do, this is the one that's kind of different from the rest. You're gonna forget about these two sides for a minute, and you're going to fold the tip of the triangle, hiding the edges that have strings coming out of them, and you're gonna fold it, looking at my mirror, into the knot that you have made at the tip of your hairline. And so basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna just kind of volume this out and just kind of, you know, so basically what you have is like a fold of material at the very tip of your hairline, and so you're just gonna kind of fold that, you know, so your hands should be able to go through basically like that. Do you see that? Okay, fold that, you know, to just create volume, and then you're gonna take these sides and just wrap it around, you know, fold it into the very tip of your hairline, and take the other side and wrap it around into the very tip. But you're doing this very loosely. The point is to kind of have a dramatic folds at the tip of your hairline. That's the point of this one. So like I said before, kind of arrange it until you're comfortable with it. Again, these are, the last two are kind of dramatic, and so you want to be going for, you know, a wedding or just something that, you know, calls for the drama, or you're trying to make a statement, you know, or yeah, just, if this is not something that I would advise you wear to work, at least this dramatic. And so yeah, so fold it and keep, you know, playing around with it. You could do that with it. I like that. That is cute. Or, you know, you could fold it back in and have it less dramatic, kind of like that, you know, or yeah. So that is hairstyle or head wrap number 5. All right guys, so the last thing that I will say about wearing a head wrap, it honestly looks a lot better if you really do up your makeup. So remember, if you want to do a head wrap, of course, if you're having a bad hair day or you're trying to rush out of the house and this is your alternative, you probably haven't done your makeup. But if you're wearing these styles just because you would like to try something different or spice up your outfit, one of the things that really is like the icing on top of the cake, the cherry on top of the cake for these head wrap styles, is if you really do up your makeup. And so I did beat my face up a little bit more than I usually do, and if you notice, it just kind of completes the look for the head wrap. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you'll get to try these head wraps. Oh my goodness, go ahead and tag me if you have never tried a head wrap and you decide to try it out for the first time. I would love to see how it looks. Follow me on Instagram at Lamar Mine, and you can go ahead and tag me, and I would love to see what your attempt at a head wrap looks like. Thank you so much for watching this video. Go ahead and subscribe, like, hit the notification bell, and comment as well. I would love to get to know you, and let's start some great conversation.